Oh, this is good.
Why now?
So the problem I have with this is not what she says. It's the way it's presented. U.S. military speaks out against Trump deploying Marines to L.A. No. The U.S. military is not speaking out against this. This is a service member, former, like me, giving their opinion about what's going on. So let's listen.
We are not pawns for Donald Trump's agenda.
True.
Why now? It's because the military was called upon innocent protesters.
No. Rioters. Civil order has been lost in LA. Now, you can bullshit all you want, but the fucking car's on fire. Tell everybody that you're lying. Protests are fine. How many times have we heard even the Democrats come out and be like, protesting is exactly what you should be doing, but it needs to be peaceful. They've even condemned the violence. Stop conflating protests with fucking riots. Because what's going to happen is you're actually going to lose your fucking right to protest if you keep doing it. The same way that the media has conflated illegal immigrant and migrant. They are not the fucking same thing. You can be a migrant who is an illegal immigrant, but that does not make you. But they are not equivalent. Just because you migrate here doesn't mean you're legal. And yes, you should be deported. Every fucking one of them. Like, we'll get into that in a little bit.
We, in our oath to serve, we serve the people of the United States.
No. We serve the Constitution of the United States. Technically, we protect it.
The Constitution. These constitutional rights are being stripped and just denied.
See, this is the problem I have with all of this, is that it's just not true. It's just not. And the reason you know it's not is because if it was, you would have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people like Kilmar Abrego Garcia, who did have his due process subverted. He did. He legitimately did, and it should be fixed. And it looks like they're trying to do that. So these constitutional rights are not being denied, stripped, or any of that other shit. No. What's happening is the normal thing that happens with police is that you have police who are bad police, you have administrators who are bad administrators, and they make mistakes, or they do bad shit on purpose. Those are the two things. It is not policy to strip you of your rights and deny them to you. That's not the policy. If it were, you would have an argument, but you don't. And this is the same issue that it's the same fucking argument that the defund the police and abolish the police assholes have. It's, oh, the police sometimes do bad things, so we need to get rid of them. No, fuckwad. It means you fucking hold the fucking police who do bad things responsible. And you hold the people that that protect them responsible. But we can't. You want to know why? Because of people like you. Because people like you can't fucking see straight through the propaganda, or you're just fucking outright lying to get your agenda across. It's at this point, you cannot be so fucking stupid as to not see the difference. It is so fucking annoying. In one, the rights are trying to be upheld, but because bureaucracy is imperfect, because humans are imperfect, it's not always going to be one for one, right? Like in that Kilmar Abrego Garcia instance, he was denied a hearing before a judge to argue his case against being stripped of his order, his hold on his. It was an order to hold his removal. It's basically a piece of paper that says, "Do not deport this person to X country." And that was violated. That piece of paper that gave him protections from being deported was violated. Now, he was here illegally, and it looks like he was part of gang activity, no matter what you might say. which is irrelevant to the point of his due process being subverted. But we're not doing this as part of policy. This was an accident. They admitted it was. And so we fix it. As they should. Anyway.
And just deny, and the military will not be pawns to that. So
this woman has never met a Marine, has she?
the military will not be pawns to that. So I'm calling upon the conscience of
My cousin was in the Army National Guard for the state of Tennessee and the state of Kentucky, actually. And I asked him one day, if there was a disaster like Katrina and you were ordered to disarm the entire population of a city, would you follow that order? And he said yes. This is my cousin, a guy I grew up with, who believes in the Constitution of the United States just like I do. He's actually well educated. He's a communication specialist. He now works repairing internet and communications for one of the smaller counties around here. He said yes, unequivocally, 100%. And at the time, I disagreed with him. And in my heart, I still do. However, the reason I don't anymore is because I am no longer an ignorant faux libertarian. Essentially, I'm a liberal through and through, a progressive. And just like any liberal, our system is based upon rights and all these other things. But we all know that pragmatism comes first. That survival always comes first. If it doesn't, you die. And so do your principles. So does your civilization. And guess what? Then your enemy wins. Yeah, it's sad, right? So what this means is that in times of emergency, your rights go away. That's what martial law is. So it's just like I despise the criticism of calling Zelensky a dictator when literally almost any European country that gets invaded always declares martial law. Like it's what they do. We don't hear in the States usually because we usually don't get attacked on our home soil because it would be absolutely the most retarded fucking thing you could possibly do is attack the United States on its own land. But imagine Russia and China join up with Iran and they invade the United States through California. We're not going to let California fall, bro, no matter how fucking much liberal bullshit you got going on there, no matter how much stupid progressive trans shit going on there. The Chinese and Russian flag will not fly above San Francisco. It will not fly above LA. And if it does, I got caught off on a tangent there. But the point is that if such a thing were to happen, I would fully expect martial law to be declared, that civil rights will be restricted. Because in a state of an emergency, you have to maintain order. You cannot allow situations like this to devolve out of control, especially in the modern era where everybody fucking has an agenda and it's just like, it's crazy. And not only that, I mean, the thing about it is that I actually would expect, if we do get land invaded, for militias to form all across the country. Like, out of thin air, just militias will stop popping up everywhere. Government probably won't put them down either. Anyway, let's listen.
Military members who served.
I got off on a really bad tangent. But anyway, what I'm saying is that military who served, calling on the conscience. It's like you're barking up the wrong fucking tree, dude. You're barking up the wrong fucking tree. They're not going door to door and disarming Americans. They're not going door to door and shooting Americans and arresting them. You're asking the Marines and the military to put down violent rioters. Do you know what the Marines love more than eating crayons? Fighting. And fighting bad guys. They're more than ready. They want this. And you bloviating and whinging about, oh, they're violating our rights. Go fuck yourself.
Members who served previously and now. We have a conscience, we've lied, and we
Yes, you have a conscience, and it's fucking so fucking twisted you can't see straight.
have a duty and moral obligation to say no.
No, you do not. You have a duty and moral obligation to follow lawful orders issued to you by those appointed above you by the President of the United States of America. That's what military people have an obligation, moral obligation to do. So if you are given an unlawful order, you are required to not follow it.
And resist evil. We are not pawns for Donald Trump's agenda. Why
Right.
now?
So I disagree with her on a lot of these things, which is fine. That's perfectly acceptable. The only problem I have is that people are like, I don't know who the fuck did this, but it's like it gives it more moral weight than it should, as if the members of like, because this is what the commie fucksticks that Dev was talking about right here. These anarchist commie fucksticks, pro Hamas, pro Mexico invasion. That's what these assholes would do right here, is to give this person more weight than they require, as if they gives their fuck. They're trying to give this person's words more weight than they would otherwise have, as if she represents more of the military than just herself, more of service members than just herself. I know many of the people in the military. Many of them do lean right, true, but that's mostly on guns and freedom, not on gay marriage or gay sex or any of this other bullshit. Most of the people that I serve with, Marines, soldiers, sailors, airmen, I even clinked mugs with a few coasties in my day being in the Navy. And let me tell you, the vast majority of people that I met are straight, tried and true, red and blue Americans. Period. If you're an American, I'm on your team. That's how they think. It doesn't matter what the color of your skin is. It doesn't matter what you like sticking your dick in, as long as it's consensual, obviously. They're on your team. But the moment you go and you start burning shit to the ground, well, that's a whole nother ballgame. Yeah, punching people. Like, they burned electric vehicles in the road. Like, do you understand? The amount of people who are probably going to get cancer from standing around those three burning Waymo, whatever the fuck they were called, electric vehicles, is going to be hilarious. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm not even sure if the fire departments there know how to even put out car battery fires. Like, they probably do. I imagine they're not retarded. They're a different class of fire. You can't use water on them like you do normal fires, right? These things will burn underwater. Like, you literally submerge the whole thing and it'll still burn because it's not being fueled. One of the main it's a metal burning fire, which many of them, if you throw water on, will actually make them explode. Right. So yeah, it's like I said, I imagine that the reason this was posted like this is because of that. And it's just like, it's trying to give more weight than she otherwise would have. Now, if she believes this, that's fine. I don't care. She can say whatever the fuck she wants. She has the right to say and believe whatever the fuck she wants. That's fine. But this is not the U.S. military speaks out. This is former U.S. military service member speaks out. And by the way, I absolutely think Trump should have deployed the Marines, because guess what? The rioting's gone down quite a bit, hasn't it? Yeah. Did you see what happened when you literally had soldiers with machine guns standing across from people who were trying to yell at Trump supporters? Oh, there was no violence. I wonder why. Maybe it was because of the fucking Jeep full of dudes with guns in it. Like, they know. Like you cannot convince me that these people are not bad actors when you have soldiers on the streets. They don't do shit because they know they'll get shot. So it's not like they're so angry they can't control themselves, because if that were the case, they'd be doing it with the fucking Marines there. Oh, here's a good one. I heard somebody say this. Why don't they bring guns? Why don't they bring guns to the protest? If they're so angry, they got to burn cars and throw Molotov cocktails. These are all weapons too. Why don't they just bring guns? Since they want to start a fucking revolution. Oh, it's because they know the police will shoot them. It's because they know the police have snipers. It's because they know the military has snipers. It's because they know if you bring a gun to one of these things and you start popping off, you're going to die. That's why they don't do it. So if you don't let them get away with things, they won't do them. Simple as. I used to be in the young firefighter. If it's not a thing where you live, imagine scouts, but firefighters run in and teach you firefighting stuff. Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've never seen the program and I haven't heard of it before now, but I imagine I completely believe that that's a thing. Now that you've told it to me, I'm like, yeah, I can see that. Because you're talking about something I would have done in middle school, right? Or in high school. Hell, when I like some of the funnest shit I did in the military was going into a burning room, decked out in firefighting gear with a hose, and just like, I'm in an inferno. Heavy metal, baby. And dude, like I got literal like tunes playing in my head. Some of the coolest shit ever, dude, was firefighting. Now, don't get me wrong, it's absolutely dangerous. And 100%, like, this is why it's like if we ever did go to a, service guarantee citizenship kind of thing like Starship Troopers had, where the only way you can have the right to vote is if you serve the federal service, not necessarily the military, the federal service. So I would absolutely grant police officers and firefighters and EMTs federal service status, right? Obviously, this is what you would do. Specifically firefighters above all others, right? Because like literally their entire job is to run into danger and save people. Like it's the whole job.